fifth count of the information Gage Gross courts, we the jury find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty.
Kyle Rittenhouse collapsing as he hears the verdict, not guilty on all counts. That news coming down earlier this afternoon. Now, Rittenhouse is now officially cleared of all charges.
And demonstrators both for and against Rittenhouse have been outside the courtroom all week in Kenosha. And our legal correspondent Seema Iyer has been in Charlottesville the last 3 weeks following the trial against the Unite the Right rally organizers. And she's also been keeping a close eye on what's been happening in Kenosha. In fact, we were texting back and forth when this verdict was read. And Seema, the jury spent 4 days deliberating before they made up their minds.
And Rittenhouse, as we just saw, they're overwhelmed with emotion, maybe unsure of what was going to happen today in court. Seema, are you surprised by these verdicts?
I'm not surprised because, once again, the Friday factor does not disappoint. Juries are more likely, more statistically, to return a verdict on Friday, except, of course, here in Charlottesville, where we are going into day 2 of deliberations on Monday. But when it comes to Rittenhouse, I am not surprised in the sense of if you have unravel certain components of this trial. For instance, let's talk about the judge. The judge had instructed lawyers not to use the term victims. I've been doing this for almost 25 years. That is absolutely unheard of. Calling someone a victim isn't pointing the finger at the perpetrator. Calling someone a victim means you were victimized by something and you were injured. So that may have played a huge factor in this trial. The other factor, for me at least, was the makeup of the jury. I believe that all of the members except one were Caucasian. I think that really helped Rittenhouse. And him testifying. Guys, in the justice system, we always talk about this idea of the defendant testifying. It's kind of like recency bias. When the defendant testifies, everything goes out the window. You have amnesia to everything happening before the defendant testifying, and it becomes all about the defendant and what he said on the stand. And if you look objectively at Rittenhouse, he is very young, and he stayed very composed. He stuck to his script. He didn't lose his cool. He was equally respectful for both sides, and he was appropriately emotional. So those are the reasons I think we got this straight NG verdict, guys.
Yeah, you talk about young. He's 18 now, but he was 17 years old when this actually happened. I have a question for you, Seema, real quick. I do have to say, a little jealous to know that you and Brian were talking, because when this verdict came down, you were the first person that popped in my mind. What is Seema thinking? She's going to break this down, so it's great that we have you today. The question I have for you is, they asked several times to review videos, and we know there were many videos.
Yeah, and Seema, there's the court of public opinion and the court of law. And how much did the law and evidence play into this verdict?
That is also a huge issue with this case, because the Wisconsin law, and it's being debated right now by legal scholars all over the country, Wisconsin law allows for deadly force if there's a reasonable belief that such force was necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm. Okay, that's your self-defense. Now, here's the other important element in this law. There is no duty to retreat, okay? So let's say, for example, in some states, like New York, where I'm from, the person who's saying self-defense has to say they tried to leave, they tried to run away. In Wisconsin, you don't have to do that. So what the jury was asked to do is to look at two components, and that is Rittenhouse's subjective belief. Did he think at the time that he was going to die? Then there's the objective component. The jury has to think to themselves, is it objectively reasonable that if I was in Kyle's shoes that I would think I was going to die? So that's where the law, it gets confusing. But I'm telling you, this no duty to retreat, that is really what helped Kyle Rittenhouse, because he didn't even have to try to get away, nor did he have to pretend that he tried to get away. Guys.
Yeah, and Seema, what comes next here? I'm looking at the feed out of Kenosha right now. It's pretty quiet up there, but we know that one of the victims that survived the shootings testified at the trial.
Yeah, Gage Gross courts gave some powerful testimony today. Rittenhouse now cleared of all the criminal charges in a shooting, but could a civil suit now be coming from him? And what about the deceased victims' families?
I think they can all sue. They can absolutely all. This is a criminal case, but they can sue for pain, for suffering, for infliction of emotional distress, for whether it's wrongful death. I mean, there's so many issues where they can sue, and I imagine that they will sue. And by the way, I am sure that they've already consulted with civil lawyers right after this happened. This happened in August 2020. I'm sure all the families, everybody has a civil lawyer on board, especially in this circumstance where they're not getting justice in a criminal court of law, in their opinion, at least, guys.
Joining us and breaking that down.
Yeah, and we know, along with this case, that we're still just days away from a verdict in Charlottesville. And Seema, by the way, are you staying in Charlottesville or do you come home for the weekend?
Brian, I'm actually going to visit your favorite lady. Who's your favorite lady, Brian? My mom.
Your mom.
Oh, she's your biggest fan. So my mom lives close by. I'm going to go visit her. Okay. And right now she's having the biggest thrill because, you know, she's got a little crush on Brian there, Alicia.
Okay, that's good to know. I will make sure that I let Ava know, too.
All right, invite my wife, right. Well, Fox 46 Chief Legal Correspondent Seema Iyer is one of only a handful of journalists from around the country right now allowed inside the courtroom for the Unite the Right trial in Charlottesville, and she'll continue to bring us exclusive new details inside the courtroom throughout the trial right here on Fox 46 News. That'll continue on Monday.